There's a lot of ways to save money in filmmaking and the equipment that you use when you decide to make a film. But there are a few things that I think you need to keep in mind when you actually end up spending money. And I think this is one of those places where you spend the right amount of money. I'll tell you why. What's up, guys? If you're new here, my name is Nick Friend. Thanks for coming by. I hope you're having a good time, because I certainly am. And today I'm actually talking about where you need to spend the money when you're working on film and you're developing yourself as a professional filmmaker and photographer, for that matter. And I think one of those main places that you really do want to actually cough up the dough and spend some real money is in camera support, specifically tripods. Now, my justification for this is my justification. I'm not saying that this is necessarily yours, but this is my opinion about the issue, is when you are putting your gear onto a support rig, that support rig needs to be reliable. And the reason I say that is because you have all of your lenses and all of your cameras and all of your lights and all of your microphones and all these things that you rely on to create a quality product for your client or for a short film that you're working on or anything like that. You rely on those tools to be the best that they can possibly be. So you need to be able to put that on a solid platform, that platform being your tripod. And so that's why I think that it's important to spend money on things like tripod heads and tripod legs. Right here I have a Manfrotto nitrotech N8 tripod, and this is a continuously variable counterbalanced tripod head with a flat base that has a payload of up to 20 pounds. Why did I get this tripod? I'll tell you. The reason I got this tripod specifically is because I know that for the next 5 to 10 years, I'm gonna be able to use this for basically any project that I shoot. It has a wide variety of payload capabilities. It is incredibly easy to use. It's reliable, it's professional. It looks the part, which I've covered in another video, which is not the most important thing, but it is more important than people give credit for. And it's versatile. But most importantly, it does what I think all great pieces of gear need to do, which is get out of the way and let me make what I see in my head. So like I said, this is a counterbalanced tripod head, and what that means specifically for this product is that it has a nitrogen-based tank that's actually on the inside of the tripod head that allows you to dial in the exact counterweight for the camera package that you have mounted to the top of it. And that's really important because it allows you to do really precise and really easy movements with your camera package. For instance, when you use a camera package that's too light for the given counterbalance of your tripod head, say you're using like a 504 and you have an A6500 with a kit lens on there. That's a very light camera package on a very robust tripod head. So what's gonna happen is the tripod is actually gonna bounce back a bit when you try to tilt forward or tilt backwards. With counterbalance, you can actually dial in the weight of the camera package on top of the tripod to match how the tripod head reacts to the camera payload. And so I'll demonstrate that with this camera right here. This is my old Canon T2i, which was my first ever camera. Doesn't really work anymore, but it's a really light camera. So I have a really light lens on here, a really light camera, and an incredibly light microphone. And so normally what would happen is if I move this tripod up and down with like my regular tripod head that I had before this, it would bounce back because there was so much preset camera counterbalance inside of the tripod that when I tilted forward, I would have to hold it there to keep that angle. But now with something like this that's counterbalanced, I can set it and literally it'll just stay wherever I set it. So for instance, I'm gonna unlock it, and then if I move it forward, it stays there. If I move it backward, it just stays there. And so that is the beauty of a counterbalanced tripod head. So now I'm gonna show you a few example shots that I got with this tripod head. It's just a little bit of B-roll of this event that we have in Tennessee called Bug-A-Palooza, which is a big automobile enthusiast event that's completely devoted to Volkswagen and specifically the Volkswagen Beetle. I hope you got a little bit of an idea of the sort of smooth moves that you can get out of this tripod head. But these things, the tripod legs, are equally as important as the tripod head, because these need to be easy to use, reliable, lightweight, and very versatile. And the legs that I have here are made by a company called Enduro, and I've had a couple of their products in the past, and I loved them. This one in particular are their 8X carbon legs, and these go up to a height of just about 6 feet. They're 2-stage single barrel tripod legs, and that's really important to me because it's an incredibly small payload, and they're also carbon fiber, which makes them incredibly lightweight and really easy to transport. And when you're a one-man band like me, that is crucial. Another really cool thing about these tripod legs is they go down to a level like 1 or 2 inches away from the ground. So you can actually use this as like a hi-hat or a lowboy tripod. So you can get incredibly low angled shots and still have the capability of a fluid head tripod on that surface, which is really, really, really wonderful to use. And you probably saw a few shots in that little B-roll section of the camera actually very, very low. And those were still on the tripod. I didn't have to take the camera and put it on the ground. That was still mounted to this exact tripod. And the action of the legs is really easy because you just have to barely twist it. And these carbon fiber legs are so smooth, they're so easy to use. And that's my point. That is the main point of this whole thing. This tool gets out of my way and I don't have to question its integrity. It's very easy to use, it's incredibly reliable. I don't have to worry about it going wrong. And that is the most important thing that you can do when buying quality gear. So if you're gonna spend money on gear, it's really important that it's money that's gonna go a long way. And for me, that's all about camera support. That's about it. If you like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you love the video, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I push out content every single week. I'll see you next time. Peace!